is News Talk.
People living around the Clontarf area in Dublin are being asked to report suspicious behaviour following a recent spate of muggings. Now, our reporter Barry White has been to the area to find out more. He's with us. So what's happening, Barry?
Hi, Pat. Good morning. Yeah, there has been several muggings in the area in the past few weeks or so, according to the local residents I've been speaking to. Now, in one incident just over a week ago, 2 teenagers were chased through the Conquer Hill Road area. Now, the perpetrators tried to steal one of the boy's jackets and his mobile phone, but they were scared off when a number of people who live nearby came out of their houses and intervened, and then the perpetrators scampered off themselves. While there was also a reported mugging last week in the St Anne's Park area, where a 15-year-old boy was left badly shaken. Now, he had his jacket and his phone taken off him by a group of 2 or 3 teenagers, I'm told, and I'm told this young guy was left very, very badly traumatised by this. Now, these locals told me that they're shocked by this, as Clontarf is normally a very safe area.
Nah, just 2 young lads walking through the area, approached by 2 African lads, and wanted their coat and their phone, and only for a few neighbours intervened. The lads will be mugged. They're big lads though. I think I said 2 of them there a few weeks ago, so they're obviously coming in from different areas.
So they're not from here?
No. They go in, do what they have to do, and they get back out.
And are locals here concerned now that this is happening, or?
People out here look after each other, so no, not really, no. It goes on now and again, every other place is like.
But it's not wanted here. This is generally a safe area.
Yeah, it's safe. Clontarf's usually safe enough. Like, there's no trouble around it. Like, so it's a bit unusual, all right. But it was just once, maybe a few instances across Inverin Avenue, but other than that, it's quite enough.
We all know one another. And we look out for one another, as you do. I know you hear that in every other area in Dublin, but we do look out for one another. We're all neighbours. Well, I tell you the truth, I only heard of one.
Like, you're going out now to do your shopping or whatever, would you be afraid to walk about here at night time? This is a safe area?
Yeah, everyone knows everybody. I know that girl drinking a cup of tea over there, Bertie.
So it's a safe area as far as you're concerned?
Yeah.
One young lad, he was stopped at knife point. His jacket and his phone was taken off him. He was very, very badly shaken, and still is. Like, he's pretty traumatised over the whole incident. It happened just outside St Anne's about a week and a half ago. And a lot of the young people around the area know about it, and are quite aware of this gang going around doing this.
Now, Barry, it's not just an increase in muggings.
No, Pat. One local businessman I've been speaking to told me there has been an increase in car break-ins in the Clontarf area recently as well. David Doran owns Marlowe Dry Cleaners, and he says he caught a couple of teenagers breaking into cars recently. Now, David showed me the CCTV footage of this on his mobile phone, and I think the most shocking thing for me was this was in broad daylight. These young guys are walking along, and you could see them trying to open doors of cars, so they're obviously checking to see if there's any cars open. If there's a car open, then they go in and pick whatever's in there. And David Doran says the young guys responsible just don't seem to care if they're caught or not.
Well, in the last sort of 6 months, the levels of crime have gone up, and what we found is it's daytime crime that people, and it's opportunists, they come and they check the cars, see if they're locked, and maybe 1 in 20 isn't locked, and they can take whatever they can, and it's definitely on the rise. Even in the local shops are reporting more and more like daytime sort of snatch and grab type of thing.
Now, there's a number of young guys who were arrested recently, but they were arrested because you caught them on CCTV.
Yeah, what happened was we noticed them hanging around. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. They were checking out cars. They went up Hollybrook Road. I followed them up Hollybrook Road. I confronted them and I said, listen, I know what you're up to. And they said, we're going for a walk. I'm walking with my girlfriend. I said, well, don't be walking around the back lanes, walk on the promenade. So I came back down, I rang the police, and as the police arrived, they had broken into a car, and they were sitting in a car, and the police caught them red-handed. They were actually inside the BMW. So, they're blatant. Even when you tell them, we know what you're doing.
How concerning is that they are so brazen? Because it just seems like they don't care.
They just get away with it. What's they go to? They spend an hour in the police station and they let out. What's it's a business for them, they're not, what do they get? An afternoon in court and they let go? It doesn't seem, what's to stop them?
Do you want to see more guarded patrols in the Clontarf area now?
The guards are doing the rest, we need more guards. As I say, crime is on the increase. We need more, guards visible on the street, because it's an ongoing battle.
Now, you've been speaking to a local councillor.
Yeah, Pat, I've also been speaking to local councillor Damien O'Farrell. He's based in Clontarf, but he's saying the Clontarf area is not unique here when it comes to muggings. He says he knows of many other cases in the likes of Malahide, Portmarnock, Howth. So he's saying this isn't unique, and he says, of course, this happens in the inner city every week, every day. But he is also similar to what David Doran says there. He says we need more Gardaí in the streets.
No, it is, absolutely. It's very concerning, but I don't think any area is immune. This is happening all over the city. Particularly young youths are being relieved of their phones, assaulted. So it's happening all over the city, and this area, I suppose, is no different. But what I think people really need everywhere is more Gardaí on the beat. That's what people want. And people need also to talk about the victims more, because I think the bail laws and all certainly don't suit the victims, and it's about the victims, because these type of crimes, some people might think they're petty and all that, but they have an everlasting effect on youth if he's relieved of his phone or assaulted. So I think there should be more talked about the victims of these crimes.
As a councillor here in the local area, what are constituents coming and telling you here? Are they concerned about this?
This area would be no different, as I said, from anywhere else. Clontarf, Marino, it'd be similar. There's some house break-ins at the moment, but there's no specific area that I would identify that's any worse than the other.
So more Garda patrols, as far as you're concerned, is the only way to deal with this?
Well, it's one of the only ways. It's a big start. More Gardaí on the beat, particularly this type of crime with youths and taking phones and all that. Youths, young people, innocent people should be able to go anywhere they like at any time of day around, doing their own business, minding their own business. But these are young, innocent kids. They're coming along and being pushed around, being traumatised, taking their phones by just yobbish youths, and it's not good enough.
Easy targets there, and pretty clear message from the councillor. What are the Garda saying?
Well, there seems to be a bit of confusion on whether there will be extra Garda patrols in the Clontarf area or not. Now, a statement released by the Clontarf Residents Association claims the Gardaí have told them that there will be more patrols because of a result of these muggings. But when I contacted the Garda press office yesterday, I was told there are not any extra patrols in the Clontarf area. There may be increased patrols around St Anne's Park and the Conquer Hill Road area, but that's just because Gardaí are concentrating on these areas more than other areas. Now, Gardaí also told me they are aware of 3 muggings in Clontarf recently, and 2 of them, phones and items of clothing, were stolen, while in another attempted mugging, the perpetrators got away empty-handed. Now, Gardaí also want to play down that all these incidents were carried out by the one gang from Balbriggan, which a lot of people I spoke to yesterday were claiming that this gang are coming from Balbriggan.
Taking the train down
and getting off in Clontarf. Now, Gardaí are playing that down, and they told me that the 3 muggings that they are investigating, they're investigating them all separately.
Barry White, thank you very much.